Hi guys, it's Karina from Elise Designs. So I wanted to talk to you guys about slicing some images on your petals to create a design, something like this. So a couple of days ago I had an idea in my head, that I kind of wanted to, somehow create some sort of design onto my petal just to make it pop more, as you can see here. And I wanted to know how to do it with my Cricut Design Space. And I found an image that I thought would work, and it actually did work using the slice option. Now, I do have a couple of videos on how to slice. And honestly, it's such a wonderful thing to know how to do slicing because honestly, you can do so much with that slice option on Cricut Design Space. So I wanted to share with you guys how to do this because if you have my templates, or if you don't, you could probably pretty much do this to any template that you may have already as an SVG, or maybe even if you have Silhouette, or I'm not sure about Silhouette how to do slice, guys. I do have it, but honestly I have not really dedicated a lot of time learning Silhouettes. I'm a Cricut girl and I've been using it for years, so I'm more of an expert in that area and not Silhouette, but I promise I will play around with her and kind of get familiar with her, because there's a lot on there as well, but I'm very unfamiliar right now with her. But with Design Space, I do play around with her, and honestly, I'm really loving the slice option. So as you can see here, I'm going to show you guys how to get this cut right here, like I said, using your Design Space. So I am using one of my own templates. This is my little mini template 95. So this is a little sister of my template 8. My template 8, it has the same petal shape like this. But it's a larger version where you can make flowers that are 12, 18, 20 inches. But with this template 95, it's meant for little cuties. I have been, you guys know, if you're a follower of mine, I have been really into smaller paper flowers. Mainly, number one is because, well, they're cute. I love small things. But the main reason, guys, is because, I do have my Etsy shop and I sell sets. But, when I first started, paper flowers was a big thing, and like large paper flowers, and shipping wasn't too bad. But lately shipping has gone so high. Anything over 16 inches is ridiculous flower wise if you're shipping in a large box. So I've been trying to kind of make my sets into smaller versions, which meant a lot of my templates that I had from years ago that were large, I have been slowly but surely making them into smaller versions. Sorry, my little inlay came to interrupt. So anyway, so like I said, this is my template 95, and I'm going to show you real quick how to go ahead and use that slice option in case you want to do this design into some other petals. And it doesn't necessarily have to be this design, guys, because maybe you'll find another design on Cricut Design Space that you think, oh, you know what, that actually will be kind of cute in the center of some flower or some petal or something like that. So today's video is mostly going to show you guys how to use this slice option on Design Space and get some sort of image onto your petals. Okay, so again, you are going to need some sort of petal already. I know Cricut Design Space already has certain petals on there as well for you to use, but if you're interested in any of my templates, you can find them at www.elisedesigns.com. Not all of them, I have about 102 right now, guys. I think I'm at 102 of templates. But again, SVG was never my intentions, but you know what? I got to get with it now. So slowly but surely, I've been converting my templates into SVGs. So a lot of them are already converted. And like I said, this one is template 95. So let's get with it. You guys know I love to chat. So let me go ahead and show you the portion of the video onto my computer so you can get a gist of how to go ahead and slice this. And I will also show you the image, the one that you will need. All right, guys? All right, you guys, sorry the video quality is not going to be so great right now. I was trying to figure out how to place my camera so you guys can see my whole screen, so I can show you guys what to look for this image if you have Cricut Design Space. So again, you will need Cricut Design Space, guys, if you want to do this to your petals. So you can do this to any petals if you want. So like I said, I'm going to be using my template 95. So again, I wanted to kind of, spruce the petals up, so I was trying to figure out, well, let me look at what I can find on Cricut. So what I did was I typed in flowers, and obviously I did a lot of scrolling until something caught my eye, which was this image right here. So this is the image that I use, guys. And the image name is called Flower. And if you want the item number, it's M8912FA9. So this is the image. Sorry, hold on. I hate it when I do this. Hold on. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna insert the image. So this is what it looks like right here. Let me enlarge it. Okay, so this is what the image looks like. So when I seen this shape right here, I was like, oh, this might be perfect for the center of a flower, which you can see right here is my sample right here. Because ideally this is what I envisioned for it to be doubled like this. So let me show you how to slice off. If I've shared a couple of other videos on how to slice, so we will be using the slice tool for this. So let me show you. You're going to go to shapes over here to the left hand side, and I actually used a square. Unlock it. You are going to want it to be long enough to cover up that stem. So this does not have to be perfect. So I think that's pretty good right there. So now once you have covered up that stem, as you can see, I am going to select all. Then I am going to go now to the right hand corner over here and click on slice. Okay, so now I am going to get rid of that, get rid of that, and get rid of that. So voila, now you have this right here, this part of the flower. So this is what we're gonna do in the center of the flower. So now what you're going to do is you're going to get any petal. Remember that I'm sure this could work for many different type of templates, petals shape wise, but this is the one that I wanted to use. So I'm going to unlock it just so I can make it larger for you to see. Okay, so I unlocked it just because I want to make it larger. So whenever you purchase any of my SVGs, I do tell you size wise, guys, what to you know, typically the size that I like to use, but for purposes right now for the video, I'm just making them larger. I just want you to get the gist of this. So I'm gonna unlock this image right here only because now I want to manipulate the sizing. I kind of want to make her longer. I think I kind of like that right there. So obviously you can place her wherever, but I try to come down here because I want it to be cut down here. So I kind of like this right here. So again, you can go thinner, wider, up to you what the look you're trying to go for. Now that I have these two images just like this, I am going to select again, select all, and now you're going to hit that slice button again that can be found on the right hand side of your screen. Now I am going to, so this is what we sliced off, and voila, there is what we sliced, and this is what you should have right here. So now let me make this larger. I'm going to change the color just so you can get the idea. So then there you go. So if you want to do like some sort of layering technique, voila, you have the petal. Again, you can mess around with the petals, but I mean, that's going to give you, I know it's too dark right now, guys, to see, but yeah, that is how you do it, guys. How you want to, you know, for you to make that center part in your petals. Super easy. And honestly, super duper cute once you are done layering. So I hope you found that helpful on how I did it, because I knew if I posted pictures, I was gonna get asked how to do it, or if I, you know, or if I was selling the template. So again, no, I will not be selling this just because I already have this template released, template 95. So if you have Cricut Design Space, I just showed you right now, guys, how to do it. And again, you can possibly, I mean, you can probably do this with a lot more images that you might have find that you think will look great in the center of a petal. Well, voila, just follow the same techniques. And yeah, now, my goodness, now I have a lot of ideas now. All right, so now let's get back to the flower. Yeah. All right, you guys, so I hope you guys found that video helpful. I know, you know, it's kind of a little too further away. I'm still trying to figure out how to place, you know, my camera and get a good shot of the screen, you know, on the monitor. But hopefully you got an idea of how to use that slice option. And again, you don't necessarily have to use that particular image that I use to do this in the center. If you find another one, you know, I like to do that at night. I just scroll with my laptop and find certain images and I'm like, ooh, I think I can work with this, you know? So yeah. No, my gosh. So now let me just show you how I layer them. All right, you guys, for this part, I'm just going to show you guys how, I mean, this is probably self-explanatory, but I'm just going to show you real quick. So you are going to need some sort of adhesive. I'm just using Elmer's. You can use craft glue or whatever. Just because I have kids and, you know, and I have these laying around, I gravitate towards these. You're going to need a wooden dowel, and this just helps to press down the glue. And then obviously you're going to need your petals. So typically when I do the top part of the petal, I typically use text weight paper, guys, and then the back of the petal I use cardstock, and this is 65-pound weight. So my favorite text weight paper, guys, that I love using is by the brand, oh my gosh, I am having a little brain freeze right here. Curious Metallics. I just had a brain freeze right there. I was going to say Basis because that's another brand that I like to use as well, the brand Basis. But I like Curious Metallics just because, well, it says it in the name. It's metallic, as you can see. So this is the color Champagne. It is from Paper Papers. That's pretty much where I get pretty much all my text weight is through them. So yeah, so again, this is the color Champagne. It's a beautiful color. And then for this one is actually, it's 65-pound weight, and it's, yes, right, and it's called Hot Fudge, and it's by the brand Pop Tone, and as well it's from Paper Papers as well. So it's a nice deep chocolate color, deep chocolate brown. So I'm totally going for fall vibes here, guys. I'm trying to create different flowers for fall for my home, and I figured, you know what, let me just show you guys. So yeah, so again, Curious Metallics, this is text weight paper. If you're wondering what text weight paper is, because I always get asked, it's comparable to copy paper. This one is a little bit slightly thicker, but it's, as you can see, it's not very thick. And then this is again 65-pound cardstock weight from the brand Pop Tone. So again, you can find this, both of these from Paper Papers. All right, so let me show you. Pretty easy. You're just going to grab your glue stick. Now I do like to use, even though I have a silicone mat on the back, I mean, this is typically for hot glue, just in case if I get any hot glue on there, I'm able to lift the glue right off. But with this one, it's kind of, it gets a little messy with glue sticks. So I always like to use some sort of scrap piece of paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some glue. I'm going to add it to the petal. Okay. Get that petal. And then place her. It doesn't matter where you want to place her. I typically do kind of like in the center. So now I'm going to grab my wooden dowel. And I'm just going to smooth out any bubbles I might have, or, you know, the glue that needs to be spread a little bit more. So that's why I use my wooden dowel. Again, this isn't, you know, you don't have to do this, but I just like doing that. And then voila, your petal is all dressed up just like that. Cute, right? So I'm going to go ahead and do that to all my petals. I'm going to show you really quick how to make this little cutie right here, but in this size. So yeah, let me go ahead and dress up my other petals, and I'll be right back with a quick tutorial. All right, you guys, let me show you just quickly how to prep the petals. So once the petals are glued, the top layer onto the bottom layer, you need a wooden dowel, slight curl back. You need some scissors. I'm using the Westcott Carbo Titanium. Glue gun, Surebonder Mini Detailed. This is the cordless one. It looks a little different because my son somehow comes like with a rubber silicone. No, it is. I think it's silicone around the nozzle, but somehow it came off. But it's a very good glue gun. So I have my petals here, pretty much. Just glue them around. So you could do 5, you can do 6. I did 6 here. Guess it all depends how I space the petals. But yeah, just a small little dot of glue. And you're gonna go around to glue them. So again, this is my template 95. Little dot. Stick her in there. And voila. So as you can see, I have that little gap in the center. So I need to go ahead and cover that up. So you're pretty much just gonna get a scrap piece of paper, same color, and then just cut out a small little circle, something that's large enough to cover that. I think that should work. And then glue back. So you can do it in the front or in the back. I'm gonna do it in the back and just place her just like that. Voila. And now it's time for a center. So as you can see with these, I just did a simple palm center. Super easy, guys. Just cut out strips. So I have 3 strips right here. Typically that's my go-to, it's just 3 strips. Grab your scissors. And then you are going to fringe. Obviously, you can do any center you would like. But I'm just going to fringe. So I'm gonna go ahead and speed it up right here because, well, there's no need for you to, you know, it's not time consuming, but you probably don't want to see me cut all this. So I'm gonna speed it up right now. All fringed, so now you're just gonna roll them. And it's just simple as that. Such an easy center to make. Just gonna roll. Grab the glue. Hold. And another glue. I grab the next one and then wrap her around. Just like this. And don't worry if you're not cutting them equally. Like, it's okay if some are wider and some are thinner. And then last one. Wrap her around. I know Design Space has an image like this if you don't feel like cutting with your scissors. I know there's an image. I can't think of it, what it's called, but I know I've seen one. So there it is, the palm. Well, obviously it's not a palm yet because you have to go ahead and separate these. Just like that, and then you place her in the center and voila. Now this one's a little too small, honestly. I mean too small, too big. Most likely I would probably make it a little bit smaller. Honestly, I might switch it. I might do that one here and then that one here. There you go. Just switch them around. I should have cut the strip smaller. That's what I did with this one, just so we could see the petals, but you get the gist of it. And all right, guys, that is it. Hopefully you found that helpful on how to slice the petals. Super easy and super cute, and I will chat with you guys later. Bye.